Have you ever heard of the Gewurztraminer grape? Well, now you have, and we're going to find out all about it. Actually, when I say Gewurztraminer, most people just say Gesundheit. Now, in this video, we're going to look at several things virtually nobody knows about the Gewurztraminer grape. Those of you who are not familiar with it, this wine is like a less sweet Moscato on steroids. With higher alcohol and lower acidity, its aromas and flavors are really striking. Oh, and speaking of flavors, this wine is a magician. We'll see why. I'm really excited about this one. Come on, let's go. Hey Posse, I'm Pierre and welcome to Asti Wine Consultants. As we're learning more about wine together, I've put together a series focusing on grapes. More specifically, the category of grapes called noble grapes. Out of over 10,000 wine grapes in the world, there are only 18 that are called noble grapes. 9 are white and 9 of them are red. These noble grapes are the very backbone of the entire wine industry, and most people have never heard of half of them. My hope is that you go with me on this quest to try and taste these 18 noble grapes. Now, if you do, I'll certify you as an Asti Wine Noble Grape Aficionado or a Noble Grape Connoisseur. More on that will be available to you at the end of this video or in the description. Today we're talking about Gewurztraminer. I love saying that word, Gewurztraminer. Anyway, we're going to learn 5 key things about this noble grape. For those of you who are not familiar with it, and not familiar with the Gewurztraminer grape, I hope you'll expand your horizon and indulge yourself in this hidden treat. I think you'll absolutely love it. Now keep in mind, at any time, if you like what you hear, click like, subscribe, and hit the little bell so you'll be notified when there's a new post. Oh, and also, make sure you share this with your friends. I'm sure they would really appreciate it. Are you ready to get started? Number 1, some general trivia. Now, Gewurztraminer is a pink-skinned grape variety that produces some of the world's most distinctive aromatic white wines. It's treasured for its intense floral aromas, and it has thrived for centuries around Germany. Quality examples are age-worthy, but most are best enjoyed in the youth to preserve its mouth-watering acidity. Its parentage is hard to trace, but modern research shows that it's the aromatic mutation of Gewurztraminer or just Traminer. Literally translated, Gewurztraminer means spiced Traminer. Traminer dates back to the 1200s. However, this spiced mutation, Gewurztraminer, didn't exist until the 19th century. You think that's confusing? Try to get a hold on this. It's believed that Gewurztraminer originated in the village of Tramin. That's in modern-day Italy, but over the past centuries, Tramin has been part of Germany, Austria, and France. So while today Alsace, France is considered Gewurztraminer's spiritual home, Germany is in fact the nation of origin. Number 2, where it grows. Gewurztraminer is a noble grape. However, you might be surprised that there is not actually much Gewurztraminer planted in the world. Only about 20,000 acres are planted worldwide. Now, to put that in perspective, for every 1 vine of Gewurztraminer planted, there are 30 vines of Cabernet Sauvignon and 4 vines of Riesling. Oh man, here comes a memory pressed between the pages of my mind. Before I ever thought of being in the wine business, I remember decades ago, my sister-in-law's favorite wine was Gewurztraminer. I thought she was so snazzy. Actually, I still do. Anyway, mostly associated with Alsace region of northern northeastern France, winemakers grow this grape all over the world. As you can see on the chart, a few of the most notable areas include in the US, both Washington and Oregon, Germany, Australia, Hungary, Northern Italy, Austria, the Czech Republic, and New Zealand. By the way, how are you doing there? Is this information helpful? If it is, just write Asti in the comments below. Okay, number 3, the basics of the grape varietal. Now, Gewurztraminer wines are perfumed with aromas ranging from flower blossoms to lychee and orange peel, with a relatively full body, low acidity, and it ranges from dry to sweet. Most Gewurztraminer is produced in a lower quality grocery store sweet wine. For the better Gewurztraminers, you need to think in terms of going to your wine specialty store or shop with me online. Alsace sets the benchmark for the best Gewurztraminers. Actually, in Alsace, it can be produced on the Grand Cru level. Now also, keep your eyes open for those coming out of Pfalz, Germany. The late harvest styles are age-worthy dessert wines with mineral, spice, and sort of a smoky note. Oh yeah, and before I forget, sometimes you'll see Gewurztraminer with the name Traminer on the bottle instead of Gewurztraminer. Number 4, taste profile. Those of you who are not familiar with it, this wine is like a sort of a less sweet Moscato on steroids. With higher alcohol and lower acidity, its aromas and flavors are striking. This wine is a magician. It smells sweeter than it tastes. All Gewurztraminers have one underlying aromatics. They all have the aromas of lychee. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with lychee, it's sort of a mashed together combination of strawberry, pear, rose petals, and maybe a hint of citrus. Now, on top of that, you'll see on the chart that it's full of incredible flavors, other tropical fruits such as pineapple and apricot. Then there are additional complex aromas and flavors of, say, ruby red grapefruit, ginger, and smoky aromas similar to, say, burned incense. Now actually, most of the time, the lychee aromas is so expressive that with your eyes closed, you know you have a Gewurztraminer in front of you. With the height in aromatics, higher alcohol, and lower acidity, many Gewürzt taste sweeter than they actually are. If you're at all into C.S. Lewis's books, The Chronicles of Narnia, you'll see on the taste chart one of the things that entices the young people in his books is Turkish Delight. Now it's a sweet, sort of sugary gel sort of candy made of pistachios, hazelnuts, walnuts, maybe chopped dates, cream of tartar, cinnamon, and mint. You'll find many of these flavors in your Gewürzt. Number 5, some suggested food pairings. Now, before I get too far into this, I want to make sure that you realize this should be served cold, refrigerator cold. Because most people aren't familiar with Gewurztraminers, I'm listing a whole host of foods that will pair well with it. You'll see meats, spices and herbs, veggies, cheeses, and desserts. Well, there you have it. Everything you need to know about Gewurztraminer. Now remember, you can get 1 or 2 Asti Wine Consultants Noble Wine certifications. Either the aficionado, once you have 6 of the Noble Wines under your belt, or the connoisseur certification, once you complete all 18 Noble Wines. For either, you also need to watch the introductory episode. There's more information available in the description below. Hey Posse, thanks so much for investing the time to watch this video. I trust it was helpful to you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And please consider hitting subscribe. Also, click here to check out our new online shop. We have a great lineup of wine-related items that will help you get the most out of your wine experience. Oh, and be sure to check out these other videos. Until next time, cheers.